Hello everyone. It is Monday, May 18th. It's currently 11:51 in the morning and I am dressed, and y'all, we are about to do some makeup and we're just gonna chat for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into it because I would love to talk and get ready at the same time, so I'm gonna give myself more time just in case I get doing this a little too much. I am about to do my edges real quick. So recently I have discovered doing my edges with hairspray, and an eyebrow spoolie is way better, but the hairspray that I was originally using I ran out of. I got a little sample of the Sebastian Shaper hairspray and I don't think my hair is loving it because my edges have not been laying the same as they were just like, I want to say I ran out about 2 weeks ago maybe. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's going to get messed up, but I don't want to walk out the house knowing that it looks like this, you know? So, I don't really know. I'm kind of feeling the side part this way. I was going to do a middle part, but I think we're just going to let the hair do whatever it wants to do today, maybe. So, we're going to do edges on both sides. Just to get this a little bit away from my face for whenever we flip left, right, however we're going to have the hair. I'm going to do a little bit of hairspray. I'm just going to take the flat iron since I didn't plug up the hot comb. This outside gets still pretty hot. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of the heat to kind of help the hairspray set in place. I'm not looking for something that's going to fully lift the hair up and back like that. No, just something light to at least tame the hairs that are not laid down. And you see how it's pushed back just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And because I told y'all my hair is not loving the hairspray, it's not gonna be a super strong hold. Anyway, I don't really know how I'm feeling today for the makeup, but we'll just see where it goes. I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll be back. I always start makeup with fresh, clean hands, guys, because you are touching your face. Skincare is most important. The same way how it is when you're getting your hair done, you want for your hair to be clean. So, wash your face, moisturize, toner, do your skincare. And what I like to do is let my skincare soak in for a while. I do my makeup with you guys a lot. I pretty much do it in every single video that I post. But I have yet to give, I feel like, a really dedicated video to my makeup. I'm doing this one for myself and two for y'all. I want to see how much my makeup is going to grow, or how much like I can switch it up one day and just anything like that, because it's so unfortunate. I fell out of love with makeup and that like hurts my heart to say. I have always loved makeup. I've been playing in makeup since I was little. So the fact that I like lost that part of myself for a split second, yeah, I had to bring that back. I had to really bring that back. The first thing I like to do to make things easier for myself is pull out all of my products that I'm about to use. And after I've used every single one, I just put it away. It's so easy, so I don't have to keep looking around, looking for what I need and looking for what I'm about to use. And I can just immediately put it away. We can go ahead and get started. Primer is always important. My primer for right now is the NYX The Face Glue Primer. The NYX primer is not designed to be as tacky as most of the other primers, so I'm just going to let it sit for as long as I feel like, which I believe is enough time for me to go ahead and do my lashes and my eyebrows. The eyebrows are going to be really simple. I take a light brow gel. This is the Essence Brow and Lash Gel Mascara. It's a really light hold. My eyebrows, as you can see, they are very thick and coarse. Whenever I want something heavier, I use the e.l.f. Brow Lift, but recently this has been my thing. And I just do a light brush. It's a really light brush. If I keep going, I'm going to be here for a long time because I like for them to look a certain way. Recently, whenever I am doing my makeup and my lashes are not done, I have not done my clusters in a while. I've just been putting on some strips. I used to sell strips in high school. If you watch my other video, you would know. So I just take these, cut them up, and I put them on like clusters. And then I also have a pack of bottom lashes, and I only put 2 on the bottom because I'm going to use mascara on my bottom lashes. I believe this time though I'm going to add a little bit more. I want for my eyes to be a little bit darker today because those lashes are not dark and fluffy like my usual. So I think I'm going to add some. We'll see though. So I'm going to take my Essence mascara and apply a decent amount on my bottom lashes, but a little light amount on the top because we're doing a whole strip of clusters over there. I like to do my eyelashes before to, one, get them out the way because I do take a pretty long time on them, and two, so I won't get mascara in my concealer. Alright, so now I'm going to take the strips. So all I do is just cut them into 4 little sections. You don't need to cut them up too small. Take my lash glue and just apply them on like clusters. I like to do my bottoms first just because I only put 2 on each eye, so it really doesn't take long. These bottom lashes that I have at the moment are not long. My bottom lashes are longer. Add some more character to my eyes. Make them just look a little bit different. Alright, one eye down. Let me go ahead and do the other one. Okay, so I have done something. Ooh, I didn't seal them. I'm wondering why my eyes keep getting stuck together. The lashes are so subtle. Really, really something nice, something small. Alright, so now it's time to get into the fun stuff. I am not a foundation girl. I don't really like foundation. I'm a concealer girl. My current concealers, which so far I'm really loving it, is the Morphe Wake Up Artist Concealer. I have 2 shades here, as you can see. The darker one is Toffee 10C and the lighter one is Golden 7W. What I like to do is place my concealer underneath my eyes. So far, I feel like this concealer is pretty good coverage and it blends out so freaking smooth. I'm going to go a little bit heavier than usual, but I'm going to take the one closest to my skin tone and just put some here and on the outer corner. Because I have my dermals here, I don't really put anything right there. Whatever product just ends up over there, I just let it be. I don't want to put too much like directly there. Now I'm going to let my concealer sit. If you do not know, letting your concealer sit allows it to give you a better coverage. Drying it just lets your skin soak it in just a little bit. So while this sits, I'm going to contour, and I'm going to take the Black Radiance Cream Contour Palette. This one is in the shade medium to dark, and I'm going to take the contour in the Sculpt 2 shades that you can clearly see I use. And I'm going to mix those 2 together and go ahead and start contouring. I'm going to start pretty high and then kind of curve it. Oh, will not be using that. Ooh, we have to wash that. Let's put that away. I'm going to take a little small brush for my nose and just do the same thing. Same 2 colors and lightly contour my nose. I knew something was looking a little bit off. I also apply concealer onto the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. I like to blend the 2 together. Alright, I'm going to leave the bridge of my nose contour harsh just like that because of the fact that I applied the concealer a little bit too late. So we're going to let that part dry. While it dries, I'm going to take this little triangular brush. I am loving this brush because it allows me to get in the corner really good. And we're just going to blend this out. And also bring the concealer up on the nose because as of right now, there's really no product right there. So I'm going to drop it on my nose. Yes, the piercings, it's okay. I'll clean them afterwards. Every time I use this concealer, in all honesty, it shocks me every single time. Every single time. Maybe it's because I have not bought a new concealer in a while. I've just been using the same one. I've been using the same brand, but I knew that I wasn't liking it as much anymore. But I just didn't know what other one to use. But I randomly picked this up on a whim. Now I'm a Morphe girl. Like, oh man. And I'm just going to tap this, mainly focusing it right here. Like really, no matter how long I let the concealer sit, it's still going to blend out very good. I know the e.l.f. concealer, that one dries so fast. I like to use the cream contour on my eyes. I feel like it's just more natural. It's so, I love it. Makeup, you can use it for so many things. I'm going to take the lighter concealer, and like I said, this one is in Golden Tan, and I'm going to mainly focus this one really in the inner corners, just like I have a bright inner corner, and then everything else is basically my skin tone. Same thing, I'm now going to let that sit just for a little bit. It is hot outside, and I have big, poofy hair. It's pretty much 90 degrees, currently 89. It's supposed to get up to 90, and it is mostly sunny. So to get my makeup to really so I know that my makeup is not going to go anywhere, I'm going to spray on this step. I am now going to take the 𝐬𝐚𝐭 Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. This is their dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. If you don't know, 𝐬𝐚𝐭 Beauty, they have dupes for everything. Every brand, everything. So far though, this is really good. So I can't even knock them. I can't knock them. Spraying in between each step, just gonna really secure that my makeup is not going anywhere today. I had did this in my DC vlog when I went to the NBA game. I sprayed in between every single step, and that was in March. It wasn't even hot outside. I just wanted to do it, and my makeup looked really good that day. Like, let me show a picture while we let this dry. No filter either. That was just direct sunlight. My makeup had looked really good that day. When I was slowly starting to get back into makeup again, I was like, oh, I lost it. Like, I lost it. My makeup was looking crazy. It was looking splotchy. I was like, no, we're going to go to the store, buy all new stuff, and just go again. Because I was using my makeup in between, but I guess just not enough. And I lost it. I was so upset with myself. But it's cool because we're back. All right. So now for this, I am not going to use a brush. I'm going to use some powder puffs. Just to make sure I really stay in the inner corners of my eyes, the powder puff is going to come in handy. And it's also going to blend out the brush strokes that were left from the brush I had just used, so we can have a smooth face. Now this is my first time setting in between each step with this concealer, so let's see. Usually she blends out very, very good. Hopefully this is not any different. I don't think it was. In all honesty, I believe I might go with another dot. This is the first time I am layering up with this product. So either I'm really going for a look today, or I'm being very, very light-handed. I don't think I am, though. I want to apply a little bit more. Shall we? I think so. Just a little bit. Now we're going to go into blush, which is our final liquid product, which means we're pretty much almost done. This is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Pinky Promise. Liquid blushes are always going to be very, very pigmented, so I am pretty light-handed when it comes to the liquid ones. But recently I have been loving the super duper blushy look. I've been seeing it and I really want to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. Let's see how pigmented this really is, because I've always been light-handed with this product. Oh, let's add some more. Oh, this is pretty. Now to set, I'm going to take these 3 Morphe setting powders. This one is the medium-sized Morphe Bacon Set Powder in the shade Banana. And then I also have the miniature travel size ones in the shade Translucent. And this one is in Brightening Pink. I have yet to use this one. I'm going to show you how good these powders are, because I can put 3 on and I'm not going to be ghosty. I am actually going to use the same powder puff that I just used to blend my face. I'm going to use the same point in everything. Usually I'll switch it around, or I'll flip it like this. If y'all didn't know, a little life hack. If you ever want a fresh powder puff but you don't happen to have another one, you could just flip it like this, and now you can use this side. Sometimes I'll flip it like that though, but I have seen a lot of people mixing their concealer and setting powders together. I've seen people mix them on the back of their hands and then they'll apply it. This is as close as I'm gonna get, just whatever's left up here, because I don't want to try something too new. I'm now just gonna rub it on the back of my hands so it's a little bit more evened out. And I like to press my powders in. I know a lot of people love to bake. Baking is a fan favorite, but to me, baking does not always, I don't know, it hasn't been something that I've always liked. I like to just press it in, especially because I have oily skin. I think it's mainly because I have oily skin. Baking does not help it, because I am just brushing it off. And then I do sometimes, depending on, I will set and then I will bake. Now, for the ones who don't know the difference, setting, because you might see a powder in a store and it will say setting powder, or you might see baking powder. Like I said, in this case, my Morphe ones are setting powder, so they're good for what I'm doing right now. So setting is what I'm doing right now, which is just pressing it into my skin. I'm just pressing it into my skin, and it's going to stay right there. I won't be removing it or anything. Now, baking is if I were to not press into my skin as hard, but still press it a little bit, but I'm mainly dragging it, so it's really just a layer of powder on my face, just setting the surface of whatever products I just put on. Then after about 5 to 10 minutes, I am then going to brush that off. Baking sits on your face for a little minute and then you brush the powder off. We have set the inner corner with the translucent. Now we're going to set the outer corner, and I'm thinking about mixing the two. I'm going to mix my banana powder. All I do to gather my powder is just, I go around in circles like this and just tap it off, rub it off on my hand. And then we're going to take a little bit of this. I'm a little bit nervous because, like I said, I don't want to try nothing too new today. But we're going to do a little bit of something. And I'm going to focus this kind of closer up top. As you can see, it's more on the top of the powder puff, and that's for a reason. So hold on. Now in this case, because I did go a little bit heavy-handed with the two, I will be brushing some of that off. That you can see it's like carving out my eye right there, but that's a good thing as well. This powder is good for carving out, so it's going to help me with that sharp eye, and I'm going to show you how to diffuse that in a minute. I'm going to take the banana powder and dab where I put the concealer at. It is powder, so we're going to have to add some dimension back to my face. Now to diffuse this, I am going to go in with my concealer brush. Now that the products are basically dried up, that's basically what the powder does. The powder dries it up. I'm not worried about any brush strokes. I'm not worried about anything because that's not going to happen because the product is no longer wet. That line is now diffused. I'm now going to take the Black Radiance Contour Palette. Same shade, medium to dark. This one's just powder form, and I'm going to do the same thing, mix those two shades. Just going right back over the contour that's already there. And now we are setting the contour because we just finished setting the concealer. So now putting the powder products back on top is adding more color, and well, it's adding the color back and setting those products as well. Because obviously I didn't go all the way right here with the setting powder. Now I'm going to take this e.l.f. blush in the shade Bright Pink. We are now almost done. Another layer of setting spray. Yes, this is the final layer. As we are wrapping it up, I am not a fan of dewy makeup. I don't really love dewy makeup. I prefer matte makeup. The setting spray is not a dewy setting spray, but it's not really a matte one either. So that means it's not matte enough for me. So I'm going to go back in. Yes, I know. I'm going to go back in with whatever's left on the powder puff, and we're just going to tap. That's it though. But I will be bringing this with me today. Always have a powder puff with you, or like a setting powder with you to touch up your face. But I'm lightly tapping it because it is a decent amount up here. I'm just going to lightly tap it over where I want for it to really be matte at. But now on to my favorite and final step, the lips. This is the Juvia's Place Luxe Liner in the shade Espresso. I'm now going to take the LA Girls Perfect Precision. This is really an eyeliner, but it works really good as a lip liner. But this is just black. Now, this one I'm going to be very, very light with. The brown is not dark enough, but the black is a little bit too dark for me. So, I'm going to be really, really light with this and mainly focusing on my outer line. I don't know. I know it's very common. A lot of people have like double lined lips. And I'm one of those people. So I have to be very, very careful going around my lips without overlining and getting it on my face or on my, you know, not my lips. So we're going to lightly do it on my second line. I don't know how to explain that. Now, we're just gonna blot my lips together, and the more I talk, the more it'll blend in. So I'm not really worried, but this is like, this is it for me. This is good. Let's clean off my piercings, and then we're done. As someone who has a decent amount, this is very important for me. You see how I'm kind of sort of sorry, I'm low-key in my nose with the Q-tip, but you see there is stuff coming off the Q-tip, and that is most definitely makeup. Now my favorite ones to clean is my dermals, because it always shocks me. Like, it doesn't look like it's a lot up there just because my dermals are already pretty matte and they're silver, but watch. Do y'all see the difference? Ooh, my favorite. These are my favorite ones to clean. Beautiful. The makeup is now done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I'll see you in my next one.